Here's the preparation. I use a combination of these two flours. I've already poured into the container. If you can't see it, it's 3 cups altogether. 2 cups of white, 1 cup of rye. And this doesn't have to be exact. It could be variation. The more rye you put in, the denser it will be, the looser it will be. We have flax seeds, coarse cornmeal, sunflower seeds. So I've put in the flour into the bowl. Now a handful of flax seeds, a handful of cornmeal, a handful of sunflower seeds. Using a quarter of a teaspoon of dry yeast. This is the one that I use. And I'll use 2 teaspoons of coarse salt. Now we have all our ingredients, so I'll just mix them by hand. In 1 3/4 cup of water. I use somewhat warmish water. If it's pretty warm out, then you can use cold water. If it's cooler, you can use a little hot water. And now I mix it with my hand. And I sometimes add a little more water because I like it to be very, very wet. I'm going to put a little more water. So I added another quarter cup of water because the 3 cups that I put in are never very exact. So this is the consistency. See, it's very, very, very wet. You could not knead it. So this is pretty much the way the way you have it. So this is the first part. So I've put a lot of flour on the surface because the dough is quite wet. Here we have the dough that's been fermenting for about 24 hours. And now we go and...
But it doesn't have to be 24 hours, right? It can be 9 to 24 hours.
Depends on the temperature and how much water, but 24 hours is fine. Stop. We have the dough, we'll just fold it. And this particular one, because has a lot of rye flour, it's fairly dense. If you have whiter, it'll be sort of softer, it'll expand a little more. So this is a pot that I just took out of the oven. It's been in the oven uncovered for about half an hour. Now I'll fold it one more time, nicely round, put it here, put the lid on.
And there's no flour in the pot, right?
No flour in the pot. Put the lid on, and now goes into the oven for about 45 minutes. Stop. After 45 minutes in the oven with the top on, and about 5 minutes with the top off.